What's up, YouTube? Mr. Keen coming at you live from the studio. Here are the questions for today. Please pause the video now and answer them. Next, we are doing our first experiment today. So here's what you're going to need. You're going to need salt, a lot of salt, a glass of water. Don't fill it up all the way. Fill it up halfway. Okay? You'll need a plate and then an egg, a raw egg. Okay? Yep. That's the stuff you'll need. And then you're going to conduct an experiment about density using salt water and an egg. So to follow along, please pull up the water density lab report. Here we go. First thing, place your egg in the glass of water. What do you notice happens to the egg? All right. What happens to the egg when you put it in the water? That's question 1. Next, predict what will happen as you add more and more salt to the water. What do you think will happen to the egg? And why? Number 3, once you add more and more salt to the water, what happens to the egg? So as you add salt, add salt, and then stir it in here. Keep stirring the water until you don't see any more salt at the bottom. Okay? And then once you place the egg in, what do you notice happens after you add in the egg, after you add in the salt water to the egg? That's number 3. Hint for number 3, you should see a change in the egg. Okay? Your answers for 1 and 3 should be different. All right? If 1 and 3 are the same, if the egg's still sinking, you need to add more salt. You really need a lot of salt to get a change in the egg. Okay? That's my hint for number 3. Okay. Now that the egg is in very salty water, something should be different. What kind of questions? Come up with one question that you have about the salt water in the egg. Continue to add salt to the water and stir until something changes the egg. The egg should start out on the bottom, but once you add enough salt, something should change. Okay? Got a lot of salt in my laptop. All right, number 5. You should have noticed when the egg is in normal water, it sinks, but when it's in really salty water, it floats. Think what will happen if you drop the spoon in. Does the spoon sink or float? And then number 5, I want you to guess. Try and guess, why do you think the salt affects whether the egg sinks or floats? Why do you think the salt can change whether the egg will float or sink? Just guess. I don't care if you get it right. Just guess. And the last one will be a little bit tricky. You are going to be able to determine, you should be able to determine whether humans will sink or float in the Dead Sea based on density. Hint for number 6, you should try and make a table, a 3x2 table, so you can organize the information. You can organize the information for the density of the Dead Sea, for human, and then the ocean. Hint, humans will sink in the ocean, but will they sink in the Dead Sea? Use this table to help. All right, that's the last one. After you take all 6 questions, please hit turn in and then do the attendance survey for the day. Then you should be all good to go. Thank you so much, everyone, for staying with me. Bye. Have a great day.